Hey, it's your girl Yolanda over here at Forever Landa, and welcome back to the channel. Over here we do all things planning, lifestyle, DIY home decor, and sometimes we get in the kitchen and we do a little cooking. So thank you all so much for those of you who joined me for Vlogmas. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the videos, but we're not here for that. Today we're here to talk about my 2022 planner setup. So today I'm going to show you the 4 planners slash notebooks slash journals that I'll be using for the current part of 2022. And you'll see why I'm saying current, because one of the books I'm using is only for the first 100 days. You guys have seen my covered my life is covered notebook, and this is the notebook that I use when I'm doing my journaling and prayers and stuff. And so I'll make sure to link videos that I've done up here in the cards. For Christmas, my daughter got me the 100 Days of Believing Bigger. This is a devotional journal by Marshawn Evans Daniels. You can find her on Instagram. I'll make sure to link it somewhere on the screen, and also in the description box. And I can't wait to get cracking in this particular journal. I'm going to be starting this on next week Monday, and I am definitely looking forward to believing bigger. The other thing, of course, is my Coach notebook cover. I use this as my idea notebook, so when I have ideas or when I'm writing, you guys may know or may not know that I'm also an author. And so when things come to my mind, I just grab this notebook and I jot those things down here. There's something about, of course, putting pen to paper. But what we're here for is the flip through of what's in my everyday catch-all planner. I use the LV Desk Agenda, and I actually have a compare video between these two notebook covers and how you can use them. And I'm also going to go more in depth into how to create a planner using this Coach notebook cover. So make sure to turn on the notification bells so that you can stick around to see how I do that. However, like I said, today we're doing my catch-all planner that I use. I use the LV Desk Agenda monogram, and it is half letter size. I've been using it for over a year now, and I really like it. So just to give you kind of a sneak peek into it. So this setup is still very similar. I have like a journaling card here. It says, I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. And there's like this little thing I learned in school where it says excuses are monuments to build nothing. So I really do my best to not give excuses. This is my daily bread, which is a little reminder of things that I should be doing to make sure that my day gets started off correctly, as well as that it continues to go correctly. So as I go through this flip through, I'll make sure to tell you what's different in my agenda versus how I was doing things in 2021. I have made some changes, and those changes I've made, I'm hoping will increase my productivity, and also just make sure that I'm getting the things done that need to get done. So of course I have my favorite scripture here, and I still have this picture. What I did do is I added this clear cover, and it's actually like a linen print, and I actually did an unboxing of planner accessories. I'll link it in the cards above, and I really like this. It's not too thick where it takes up a lot of space in your planner, but it does give just that extra added touch of elegance to what you have. I am a sucker for vellum, and I use vellum a lot. And this is one of those places where I've used vellum, where I did an overlay of the picture and then the scripture is next to it. So I inserted another cover, and just as a separator here, I have here this holder from Cloth and Paper, and I am going to either use this for journaling cards like inspiration, or for flags or different things that I can use to kind of help keep things in my planner. And this is a new thing that I've added. I also have added this little inbox postcard to kind of jot things down, and I'm using this page as an inbox so I can put like my flags, my little sticky notes of things that I have to remember, and that's what I'm using this for. So the sections that I have in my planner are schedule, meal planning, plans and project, faith, and finance. So you all, if you've been watching my channel or you've been around for a while, you'll know that my schedule hasn't changed very much. So in my schedule, I do use my fold out inserts. This is my December insert, and I have a video where I actually talked about how I created this December insert, and I also have videos, and I'll make sure to link them in the description box, how I've used this particular part of the fold out, and as well as this particular part. And then as you open it up, you get a full month's view. So this is what I love about the fold out inserts, is that it really gives me space to write all the things. If you're like me, you like to write all the things. And so I have my January here as well. This is a before the pen, and I'll be sure to include in an upcoming video what it looks like after the pen. So along with my monthly inserts that I have as part of my schedule, I also have what I call my week and day at a glance. So I am a daily planner. It really works well for my life. I have tons of meetings and different things going on, and I have to keep track of those things. And I also have some high priority things that need to get done for the week. So this is my this week's to-dos, and what I'll do is say, okay, if it's a call that I need to make, is it an email that has to get done, or are there any action items or any follow-up that's needed? So what I'll do is typically on a Sunday is sit down and think about all the things that need to get done for the week. Then I use my day at a glance, and my day at a glance will have top priority. So things that have to get done that day. And then as things come up, or the other priorities for the day, I list those in the things to do section. And of course, I have jotted here anytime that I have meetings in the different meetings. I actually use color coding to help me with my meetings, because some meetings have to do with my 9 to 5, and then I have meetings maybe later on in the day where I'm doing meetings that have to do with the business, so I'll color code what those meetings look like. So this is these inserts that I use. This is where I plan for the week, my top priorities, and then the day at a glance. And then at the end of this section, there's a place to record things that for Saturday and Sunday, and there aren't like timelines for Saturday and Sunday. I usually try to take advantage of my weekends and do some rest or some other activities. It's not as regimented as the rest of the week, so I leave it as an open space. And then I have this week was full of, so I'm really trying to practice gratitude and thankfulness and appreciation. So what I like to do is leave myself notes of the highlights for the week, and those things that I need to be appreciative of, the small things, because it's the small things in life that helps us. Now, the next section is my meal planning section. And as I told you guys, I am a lover of the vellum. So these dividers I did get from Cloth and Paper, and I'll make sure to include them in the link in a link in the description box below. And these dashboards I made actually on Canva. So the first one is a vellum, and it's really just the top of a pineapple. I thought that was very apropos for my meal planning section. And then this is just a reminder that a healthy outside starts from the inside. So these are just the meal planning sheets that I use, very kind of simple. And I do like to introduce a little bit of decor in my planner whenever I see fit. So this is just one of those meal planning days. And then I also have other, kind of meal planning days as well. So meal planning and grocery list is a really big, and it's something that I want to do more of in 2022. I found that when I meal planned, it made my evening routine go that much smoother, because I wasn't trying to figure out what it is I wanted to do for dinner or what it is I was having for lunch, because I had already planned in advance. The next section in my planner is the plans and projects section. So vision, see it, and of course, like I said, I created this dashboard in Canva. This is a vellum overlay, and this is just my kind of mantra to myself. See it, say it, seize it. You have to see it. I love writing it down. I love making sure it's always in front of me, saying it. There's something about putting words to something. There is definitely power in the tongue. And then seize it, putting an action plan behind it. So I am taking this particular section to make sure I'm doing some things like my inspirational journal that will be coming up and being released in 2022. I use this planning worksheet for that. I also am doing a renovation, repurposing, redecorating, whatever you want to call it, just really kind of of my home office. I've been in this home office for 2 years, and because of the pandemic, and like most people, it wasn't something that was thought out ahead of time. It was just kind of like, oh, you're home. So I did things very quickly, and although it works for me, I'm looking to do sort of like a reset. So one of the things I'm doing is using fold out. Guys, I love the portability of the half planner, but there are some times when I do want more space, so I like to use fold out. So this is a fold out sheet that I'm using, that I will be using to help me with the refreshing of my home office. So I'll have just jotting down my ideas here, preferably pictures will be here. Then I'll have a list over here of the things that I need to purchase. Of course, there are things already that I'll be reusing. This is just a continuation of the list. And then on this back side right here, I'll have, what my budget is for my home office refresh. And then at the end, I'll have a tally of what's spent, and then I'll be able to keep track of the purchases that I've made. So this section is for my plans and my projects. Here's a writing your vision worksheet. This is actually available on my website. So if you're an author or you want to write something, this is really a good way to kind of help you plan for that. Then my next section in my planner and my catch-all is my faith section. And so this hasn't changed from my previous. This is really a big part of who I am. It's a big part of who Forever Landa is. And as you all know, I told you before, I love vellum, and with this one I did two vellums, so that I have this, and then I have this with the actual verse, and then I have a sheet of cardstock where I have faith. So I use my sermon notes to take notes during the sermons that are being provided. And then I used my daily scripture plan to go back to some of the verses that I mentioned during the sermon. Sometimes, of course, I need additional sheets of paper, so that's also in my planner as well, for the sermon notes or even for my daily scripture plan. But I use my daily scripture plan just to kind of really focus and to really to go over what the minister has said on during our Sunday lesson, and then to really talk about how to apply those things to my life so that I can be a better person. And of course, to ask God and to pray for those things to happen. Then the next section in my planner is my finance section. So this is, I'm using, of course, this clear divider again from cloth and paper, and then I have a piece of vellum and cardstock again. And so I'm going to be doing a couple of things in 2022 to help me with saving and investing more. So I have here my saving $1,000 in 3-month goal sheet. So what I'm doing here, this is part of a plan that I have for things that I would like to do for the holiday, for the Christmas holidays. So I'm gearing up to save $1,000 in 3 months, and I have these sprinkled throughout the finance section in order to make sure that happens. And of course, these worksheets are also on the website. Then I have my monthly budget worksheet. So I just write in the month. I write in what my projected income is, my actual income, my starting debt, and then my ending debt. I said this before, there's something about seeing things in black and white and on paper that really helps. And so it really kind of gives you a view. So then I go ahead and I write down all the bills that I have, their due date, and then I indicate here whether or not it's paid. I put, of course, the amount required and then the amount sent. For those of you, your car note or your mortgage or any credit cards, there are times when you want to make sure that you're paying more so that you can pay off the debt faster, and that you're not just paying interest on the debt. And that really helps you. Now, also part of this monthly budget worksheet, I can track my savings. I can also track various investments that I have that are going on and where they are. I can also use this to create goals. So maybe there's something that I'm saving for that, my office refresh. So I can say here my office refresh, and I've already indicated what my budgeted amount is. So I can put that here, and then I can put my monthly goal. And then my hope is to create cash envelopes where I can then store those things here. And every month that I'm going towards this goal is to go ahead and put that amount of money in the monthly envelope so that I'm tracking towards this saving goal. So there's space here to track 3 saving goals in a month. The other thing that I use to help me with my overall spending and debt reduction, I did this actually in 2019 and 2020. My goal for 2020 was to reduce my debt and to work on increasing my credit score. And so I'm going back to those same things that I did in 2020 that really, really helped me with reducing the amount of debt that I have, as well as increasing my investment portfolio, increasing my savings. So I'm using, I said that to say that I'm also challenging myself monthly to do no spend tracker. So no spending. So this doesn't mean paying bills or paying for necessary items. This no spend tracker is a way for me to challenge myself not to spend money on things just because. So if I love coffee, and some of you may be like, you know, lovers of Starbucks, lovers of Dunkin'. One of the things I try to do is to purchase a gift card for the month for that guilty pleasure, so to speak. So I make it part of my budget, and so I put those monies on a card. Now, what that does is once those monies on that card is gone, that's it. No more Starbucks, no more Dunkin', Chick-fil-A, whatever the case may be, no more for that month, because I'm trying to strictly adhere to my no spend tracking. So for the month of January, my goal is for no spend is 15 days. So I want to spend 15 days of the month where I am not spending any monies that isn't previously allocated in my budget. So no, okay, let me just get up and go to Chick-fil-A or Ross Halls. If you've watched my channel, you know I love Ross. I love Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I love them all. And not that I won't do that, but it will be a part of my budgeted allowance. And once that budgeted amount is spent for that, then I am challenging myself not to go over that particular amount that I've allocated for that line item, and not to spend money on 15 days of January. So I'm going to continue to do this throughout the year. So this is, and I have that for each of the months that I have here. This is the other thing that I've done that is different. The LV desk, and this is just the back of the notebook that it came in. The LV desk agenda, it did not have a place to hold a pen. So I bought these little pen loops from Amazon, and I put another one of these covers in my agenda to hold the pen, and then the other cover I have in this back pocket. So this is my flip through of my LV desk agenda planning for 2022. I hope that you continue to join me as we go on this challenge, and thank you all so much. For those of you who are new subscribers, hey there, how you doing? If you haven't subscribed, I would like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. We do have fun over here. We do planning, lifestyle videos, DIY home decor, and also we get in the kitchen and we do some cooking. So if that sounds like things that you want to see, go ahead and make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can be reminded of when we do our uploads. So again, this is your girl Yolanda over here at Forever Landa, and we're going to say bye bye now. See you later, everybody.